Okay, so let's get into a different program for Java. We're going to run something that I called a ruler, which is going to show a little bit more of Java's capabilities as far as math goes, because computers are basically creatures of math, and Java allows us to tap into that potential and create all kinds of crazy algorithms. And ruler sort of shows how those algorithms can start. Starts just like all the others with the string. Now in this one we're going to actually use the string command when we do our coding. It's going to be string for ruler 1, which equals 1. Okay, so that equals 1. Now string informs the system that this is numerical values rather than text-based values. So we're going to have ruler 1 plus 2 plus ruler 1 again. Okay? We're going to go on infinitum because this is actually going to make a repeating pattern. Ruler 3 is, let me guess, 3 plus ruler. Oops. Ruler 3 is ruler 2 plus 3 plus ruler 2. Because we want ruler 2 to calculate its values and then etc. etc. Okay, so string ruler 4 equals ruler 3 plus 4 plus ruler 3 again. So I need to put quotes around these numbers. Otherwise it's not going to run correctly. And then I'll be mad. Okay. And then last one, string ruler 5 equals ruler 4 plus, oops, plus the number 5 plus ruler 4 again. Okay. And then we have to tell it what to actually display. So system out, just like we did with the words before, we're going to do print line. Instead of args and some input, we're going to have ruler 1 first ruler 1, then ruler 2. Oop, I should put semicolons after all these lines too. Otherwise it'll think I'm trying to do one command with all of those. That wouldn't be good. Ruler 3. If this is boring you to tears, I'm sorry, but this is how Java works. There's a lot of repetition in order to get number sequences that make sense. Alright, so we've got all our lines. We're gonna close our brackets. Alright, we're gonna save this as ruler.java. Save it to the desktop. Here's ruler.java right here. Alright, now let's see what happens. Let's open up our command prompt. We have to get into the, I suppose I could do this a different way, but creature of habit. And of course I reach for the mouse when mouse doesn't work in this. Okay, we're in the desktop. Now we are going to Java compile ruler.java. Oh no! Ruler.java, 2 errors. Cannot find main string args. Class value location. Okay. Let's see. Void. Vioid. Vioid. Save that. Okay. Let's do it again. There we go. We have created a class file. Now typos can really screw us up, obviously. Okay, so now let's Java that class file. Java ruler Java. Alright, so here's what we have. Now, if we look at the code compared to the output, you could see where it makes sense. Our first string that we're printing out is ruler 1. Ruler 1 is just the number 1. Okay, our second string is the number 1, which is ruler 1, plus the number 2, plus the number 1 again. Right? Number 3 is ruler 2. So the sequence 1, 2, 1, with 3, the number 3, and then 1, 2, 1 again. Exactly like it is in the code. So there we go. Now the next one is ruler 4, which is the sequence for ruler 3, which is this whole sequence, the number 4, and then that whole sequence again. And then we have this entire sequence, the number 5, and that entire sequence again. So you can see how the mathematics of Java allow you to create more and more complex and exponentially more complex outputs, just depending on how complex you want to code it. So that's how it creates things complex enough to be run by various different operating systems and computers. Java is extremely foundational, as you can see. It's way more easy to modify than it is to build. It's similar to HTML in many ways. Java practically involves a lot of copying and pasting bits of code together like HTML does. It's pretty easy to find bits of code you like and copy the parts you want, but it usually involves more searching. There are many tools to help us create complex pieces of codes and copy-paste sort of the things that we want to use. And I'm going to show you an example of that briefly right now, which is NetBeans. NetBeans is an integrated development environment, an IDE, which allows us to, I don't have any projects open right now, awesome, okay, which allows us to sort of do all kinds of things. Now, JavaFX is a bit more complex than Java. Let me show you a Java application first. Let's do a hello world. And then we're going to save it in my documents. That's fine. Now, NetBeans allows us to more easily see sort of what important parts there are and what parts are what the different parts mean. These public static voids are necessary features. Now we could put in our hello world here, and we could make the same type of code that we made before, but that's a little bit boring. I would rather show you JavaFX, because JavaFX has lots of cool things. They have there's some NetBeans modules, there's some samples. Yeah, let's get a sample. Let's get a JavaFX sample. Now I really like fireworks. That's one of the samples that they have with JavaFX, because JavaFX enables us to create actual applications more easily. And so that's exactly what I need for my project, because I'm trying to create an application. So JavaFX is perfect for me. Okay, so let me open this up. Source packages, fireworks. See, everything is built on itself. Everything's built in multiple ways. Now, obviously, there's licensing information because this is not my software. But we have to import the JavaFX information. And then we do some fun stuff here with San Francisco fireworks. They count down. They do something cool and count down again, and then we count down till the next firework. And then the background. Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in this code. Now, the cool thing about NetBeans is we don't have to compile it ourselves. We can just run it, because NetBeans does the compiling for us. Executing San Francisco skyline with fireworks. Awesome! Now, if we wanted to change that, if we wanted to make this a different skyline, we could go into the source file and find where the file is, sf.jpg here. We would have to replace it in our, where's that pretty picture I had? Yep, there's the pretty picture I had. Nice little rainbow picture. Put it on the desktop. Now let's put this in here. Let's rename that. No, let's not. That's fine. Now, default. Alright, now let's try running it with that. Now we have fireworks on top of a different picture. Isn't that pretty?